today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here using the Mannymua Makeup Geek Palette.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, I'm honestly like obsessed. You look so good.
I love you.
Okay.
Have fun.
I love you too.
Alright, bye. Anyway, so for today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I kind of drew some inspiration on this look from my last video because there was such a high request for a makeup tutorial on that look. But I didn't want to do that exact look for you. So instead what I did is I recreated that look with the Mannymua palette that he created with Makeup Geek. And I am so excited to finally be holding this, and I'm so happy for Manny. I'm so excited for Manny. I'm so proud of Manny. It's awesome to see this come together. My first time I ever watched Manny, the first video I ever saw of his, he said in that video, like, oh my God, could you imagine if I collaborated with Makeup Geek one day? Like, I would just die. And it's so funny because 1 year later, he's collaborating with Makeup Geek. And it's like, it's just so cool. It's so cool. So I'm really happy for him. It's just so cool. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. Follow Manny if you want to get updates on the palettes. It's sold out currently, but it will be restocked, I believe, next week, he said. But follow his social media. He will keep you guys updated on all socials, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm gonna stop babbling and jump into the video. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, and in true Manny fashion, if you don't like it, please don't watch it. I mean, that's not exactly how he says it, but you know, I'm trying to be a lady here on my channel. You know what I'm saying? A quick disclaimer, my spray tan is bad. This is not cute on my wrist. So throughout the video, orange hands, orange everything, it's not good. So I just want to throw that out there. Yes, I'm aware the spray tan is bad. It's not a good situation. All right, let's do this thingy. First things first, I'm gonna prime my eyes, and I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I typically use a concealer and then set it with a powder for my eye primer, which I actually do prefer. But for some reason, I was in a mood, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna do this today, so that's what I did. Now I'm gonna be going in with the Mannymua and Makeup Geek Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to be grabbing Beaches and Cream right here, top center. Taking any fluffy brush that you love and you trust and you have a long-term committed relationship with, you're gonna go in and just blend that out all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. As you can see, Beaches and Cream pretty much doesn't show up on me, especially when I have a spray tan like I do right now, but I'm still gonna throw it in there just for good faith, and it'll help blend out the next colors. I'm going to be mixing Sora and Frappe. And I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did with Beaches and Cream, and I'm going to take these two colors and I'm going to go from inner corner to outer corner all the way back and forth in windshield wiper motions. I'm putting the heaviest of the pigment right there in the crease of my eye. If you do not have a crease in your eye, you can just create one. Just pick a place and go back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and then whatever is left over on my brush, I will just lightly kind of blend upward as you see me doing right now, but I don't have barely any pigment on my brush at that point. Now I'm going to mix Mars and Aphrodite. Mars is like a really intense kind of reddish raspberry, and then Aphrodite is a really kind of beautiful, true, deep, dark brown. I'm going to mix those two together to get almost like the color of like chocolate cherries, I want to say. And I'm going to take, again, any fluffy brush that you love. This is the Morphe M433, and I'm going to keep this a little bit lower than I did with the first shade since it is so dark, and I'm really going to go heavy in the crease itself. As you can see, I'm being very sloppy on the lid because I don't care how that looks. I'm not going to worry about blending that out because I'm going to cover that up with another shade in just a few moments. I'm only going to worry about blending out the top area in the crease. So I will go back with another fluffy brush, which is a little bit more of either Frappe or Sora, just any light brown. You could grab Beaches and Cream, and we're just going to go over that area nice and slow and very soft just to slightly blend out those edges without making them come too high or look too jagged. Now I'm going to pick up Cosmopolitan, which is a really beautiful kind of rosy golden shade, and grabbing a MAC 242 brush. I did wet my brush a little bit with Fix Plus. I'm going to begin just to put this all over the entire lid. And at first I was like, do I only want to put this in the inner corner and kind of fade it out? I wasn't quite sure, but then I ended up doing like a really intense, it almost creates like an illusion of a cut crease because I wet my brush and I made it so metallic. I'm going to really use this brush to make it really intense. So my lid color is just strictly Cosmopolitan, and then that darker chocolate cherry shade is just strictly in the crease. So that's what I decided to do with that. And then when I packed on glitter later, I just loved the way it all came together. I'm going in just making it a little bit darker in the crease area because I just thought that it needed a little bit more extra oomph once I had on Cosmopolitan. Now for liner, I am using the Maybelline gel liner. I swear to God, you guys, like, this is still my favorite gel liner. It's been my favorite gel liner forever. Like, nothing compares to it. Everything smudges, nothing lasts, nothing is as black as I want it to be. Like, this is the most bomb liner ever, and it's from the drugstore. You can get it at Walgreens, CVS, Ulta. It's my favorite gel liner of all time. So I am doing a wing, but I'm going to keep it a little on the thin side. This is at least thin for me because I love a big, huge, intense, whoa. I like a big, intense, thick wing, but I'm going to keep this one small. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Too Faced Glitter Glue. This is my absolute favorite way to apply glitter. It's the best glitter glue out there. It doesn't separate. It really is super glue for glitter. It keeps it on your eyes. It's not going to fall off throughout the night. It really does stay in place. It's like Gorilla Glue for your eyeshadow. It's amazing. So I will pack it on with a brush, and then I'll grab glitter and I'll just immediately pack the glitter on right over top of it. You want to make sure you do it fairly quickly because once the glue dries, it doesn't serve the same purpose. You want that glue to still be tacky on the lid when you're packing on the glitter. And since I am packing on so much glitter, by the way, I'm using eye candy glitter in the shade Taffy. Such a gorgeous color. It's like a rose gold kind of coppery pink. It went perfect with this eye look. This is the same glitter I was also wearing in my last video because a lot of you guys were asking. So I will find it, link it down below for you. I'm just covering up my eyeliner again so I don't have glitter all over my liner because that is definitely a pet peeve of mine is when you have glitter all over the liner. So I always make sure to cover that up on myself. And then I'm going to pop on some lashes. And I'm using Flutter lashes in the style Ashley. These are such a cool lash. They're like very wispy, very long, but yet they're not super duper thick, so you can still see through them and see the eyeshadow look, if you know what I'm saying. Now I'm going to prime my skin, and I'm using this ridiculously bougie YSL primer. I don't know the exact name of it, but again, I'll find it below. I'll find it and I'll list it for you guys down below, but it's a blurring primer. It's my second time using it and I really like it. We're going to kick it old school with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I am using the Morphe M439 foundation brush to apply this. I swear, this foundation is just so good. Like, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know this was pretty much the only foundation I used for like a solid 8 months. And I haven't used it in a long time because I've been trying new foundations. I went back to this one and I'm just like, oh, I've missed you so much. It's just such a good foundation. I forgot how much I loved it. So then for concealer, I'm going to, just pack the entire bottle on my face. No big deal. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Weightless Naked Concealer. This, like I said before, is my favorite concealer of all time. I have gotten everyone addicted to it. I've gotten my mom addicted. I've gotten my sister. I've gotten my friends. I've gotten my cousins. I've gotten everybody addicted to this concealer. I swear it works for everyone I know. It's so beautiful. It is so weightless. It doesn't get a creasy mess. It's not too oily. It's not too creamy. It's the most beautiful concealer ever. I swear, like Urban Decay has like some voodoo going on in their labs because they created the most incredible concealer of all time. So I am putting that under my eyes, forehead, nose, and a little on the chin. And then I'm going to grab the Anastasia banana powder. And I'm going to pack that wherever I put the concealer. So I use a pretty light amount and I am blending out with a really, really fluffy brush. This is the E3. It's part of the Morphe Elite collection. And as you can see, it is really yellow. And the reason I like that is because it's going to help to really brighten my face. And especially once I put on bronzer, it'll just kind of pull the whole look together. Everything will look nice and light and fresh. Now we're going to go in and contour using my favorite contour powder and my favorite contour brush. This is my favorite way of contouring. As far as the brush goes, this is the M523 brush by Morphe. I'm obsessed. I think it's the most amazing contour brush. I used to love the NARS Ita one, and now this has taken over my holy grail because it just makes it softer and more blendable and easy to apply. It's beautiful. And then for the actual powder, I'm using MAC Shade Stir. You can find it on MACcosmetics.com. And then I realized the center of my forehead was looking dingy and dirty, so I grabbed a little bit of that Anastasia banana powder and I lightened it up. My face looks really light because I was so darkly spray tanned, but once everything oxidizes in like 30 minutes, I will get a little bit darker. My face will match my body a little bit more. I'm going to grab the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm going to just put this right there, going up from the corner of my lip to the corner of the top of my ear. Corner of my lip to the top of my ear. I'm going to make a line. I'm going to let that sit while I finish my makeup, and then it will just sharpen up my contour. Gotta trim the brows. This is what you gotta do. When you just see that extra brow hair growing, just get rid of it. I do not suggest just going in with scissors to your brows, by the way, if you haven't done it before. Like, first go to a professional. Don't chop off your brows, ladies. My best friend literally took scissors to her eyebrows when she was 12 years old, and it was the saddest thing ever. Oh my God. Girl, I still feel for you. I'm filling in my brows using the Anastasia Brow Definer. I feel like this is the only brow pencil I'm ever going to use for the rest of my life. I'm so obsessed. It makes it so quick and easy. And then I'm going to go in and grab the highlighting shade from the Mannymua palette. And this is the color Artemis. It kind of reminds me of MAC Nylon in a sense. It's a really beautiful highlight, and it's got a little bit of like a yellow sheen in it. It's gorgeous. So I'm just going to pack a little bit of that only at the high point of the brow, and then a teensy tiny bit on the very inner corner of the eye just to keep things kind of nice and bright. And then I'm going to grab Frappe and then just any pencil brush, and I'm going to just run this over the lower lash line. I want this to be darkest and most intense on the very outer corner. That's just a personal preference for me, though. That has nothing to do with the look. That's just the way I like it on my eye shape, is I like it to be the darkest, and I like it to come down the lowest on the outer corner of the eye. Then I'm grabbing a little bit of Aphrodite. I didn't show a shot of it, but that's what I'm doing right now, is that super dark brown. I'm going to pack that on super, super tight to my lash line, like literally in my lashes, on my lash line as close as possible, and then I will blend it back out with more Frappe. You can grab some Mars and go in and blend that out if you want to make it a little bit more raspberry under there. That's totally up to you. And then I'm going to grab MAC Cosmetics Fascinating Eye Kohl. This is like stark white, like as white as paper. It's not creamy, it's not a nude, it is white. But I wanted to use it today to really make the colors pop and also make my eyes stand out as well. Then I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm using the Sephora brand blush in the shade Tangerine Tease. I was online shopping a couple weeks ago on Sephora.com, and I just tried a couple of these. I bought some of them because I've never tried Sephora brand blush, and some of them I don't really love, but this one I think is really, really beautiful. It's got some nice shimmer, and it's a beautiful coral. So I'm just going to go ahead and just erase that bakage, if you will, to reveal a nice sharp contour. If this is too sharp for you, totally understandable. Go back with your contour brush ever so lightly and just lightly go over it, and it will make it a little bit more buffed out, but I'm going to keep it nice and sharp, girl. I'm going to go in with this Mally Face and Cheek Palette. I discovered this because of Kathleen Lights, and I'm not going to lie, I ordered it on Amazon for like 2 times the price because I'm just that kind of girl. When someone's raving about something, I'm like, oh, I have to have it. I'll do what I need to do to get my hands on this bad boy. But can we talk about this highlight though? Let's just take a moment of silence for the highlight. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Okay, I'm going to take that same highlight. I'm going to put it on the Cupid's bow. This is just a little trick to make the mouth look a little bit poutier. And then I'm going to take Frappe, and I'm going to just coat that all over the bottom lip. Again, you will see it's going to give it more of a shadow to make it look like it is fuller. Now I'm going to go in with MAC Cosmetics Subculture Lip Pencil. I just purchased this last week because this used to be my favorite lip pencil ever when I worked at MAC. I wore it every day with every shade of nude that you can think of. It was my go-to color. And I just remembered, like, why don't I use that color anymore? So I jumped online and I bought it, and I'm in love with it all over again. It's such a good everyday lip liner. Like, it's just the perfect color for day-to-day lips, at least for me. It's just a great neutral. Then I'm going to go in with the Ariana Grande and MAC Cosmetics Viva Glam Gloss. If you guys don't know about the MAC Viva Glam program, it's amazing. 100% of the proceeds go to men, women, and children living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. So it's always nice to know that your money is going to a great organization whenever you buy a Viva Glam gloss or lipsticks. So last but not least, I'm going to just coat my lower lashes with some mascara because I forgot to do this, and then I looked at myself and I was like, wait, something's missing. So I'm using the MAC Extended Play mascara, which is my favorite for lower lash. And then this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.